all these clubs. It was phenomenal. That's what I loved about it. And obviously the way we played football as well. It wasn't as demanding as Scottish football, but the technical aspect was obviously a lot higher. So that's one thing it would attract. It would have attracted me to go back, but I did eventually go back permanently, and then it didn't go so great. So,
So you would say that to other players then if they've got the opportunity to go for it?
100%. Like you said, you've only got so many years in football. It's the old cliche, like your career only lasts so long, and you have to make memories and do what's right for you and your family in that moment. And it's the big thing is the financial aspect. If it's financially feasible for you to go and you're going to earn money for you and your family, then go and do it. Like, you don't want, like, most people 9 out of 10 times they're going to come back to Scotland and retire in Scotland and live the rest of their days in Scotland. So why not, when you're young enough and able enough to go and have these opportunities abroad and enjoy yourself, knowing fact that you most likely you're going to come back. If you might find folk that go out there and love it that much, they might stay, but having these opportunities to go outside your country and playing a different league, potentially getting to other leagues because you've been abroad and things, like more clubs might look at you and things, and just having all these different experiences in your life, it's something that I would definitely recommend for boys to do, young boys as well, just to go and have these opportunities abroad because it might work.
But only go on loan, don't sign permanently.
Well, I don't go permanently. Like,
But
if you go permanently, demand half your money up front first. Jesus Christ.
But obviously, loads of people are thinking that way these days because you're looking at Italy, you know what I mean? You look at young Aaron Hickey, man, he went out at 17, I think he was, wasn't he? And on the rise guys now, but it's definitely, 100%. I think it should be done, I think.
Well, like you said, the big one now obviously is the boys that went to Italy and kicked on. You'll have boys that obviously, I've got Lewis Morgan who's in the MLS just now, and he's flying and earning very good money and doing brilliant with Red Bulls. And then obviously you've got all the Scottish boys that are in Italy and they're all loving life. That's one thing I've spoke to my wife about that as well. Like, the city that I was in wasn't great in Turkey. That's the one thing that would put me off going back there, was the city was very eastern. There wasn't much to do. You don't get any pubs. You don't get any like nice shopping or anything like that. You had to have to fly to go and do that. You need to either fly to Antalya or Istanbul to go and do that. So the city that I was in wasn't great. Whereas these boys that are going to Italy, they're going to a culture which is easily to settle into. So that's one thing.
Sorry. What? I was just going to say, what we're wanting here is somebody to invest heavily in like Marmaris FC or something. That's what we're doing.
Honestly, see, even like going to Izmir, there's a team called Gustepe who's in Izmir, and that's where you go on holiday. It's stunning. Or even I used to think about, I was like, hopefully I could play 6 months and did really well and get a move to Antalya Sport. Because everybody goes to Antalya on holiday, and I like my golf, so that'd have been ideal for me. But they were a different level from the team that I was at, sadly. But I would love to go abroad again.
My girlfriend's mum's got a flat in Turkey. Is it Didim? Something like that.
I've no idea. Turkey's massive.
Aye, mate, it's massive.
It's a big country.
Aye, I would reckon. I've said that to a few boys. If you're at a decent club in Turkey who you know you're going to get your wages and all that, I would go back and play it because the standard of football is phenomenal.
So you go there, mate. You obviously wasn't the best of cities, but it's sun, sea, sand, and then you actually do go to Salford. How did that move come about then? Did it was just very last time?
I think so. I think what helps is that what's his role at the club? One of the head. No, he's not like a head scout, but he's like got a big say in recruit. He's like one of the top recruitment guys. Is Scottish guy called Ross Duncan. He's for Aberdeen, but he obviously looks a hell of a lot at the Scottish market. I think he was trying to get me on loan the year before or 2 years before, and then obviously I left Turkey because of unpaid wages and things like that in February, and I ended up getting an operation when I was over there as well. So once I got my operation, I basically just flew home and never went back. So because they were trying to get me to pay for my operation, and obviously I wasn't having it, and so I eventually got the operation sorted, flew home, just left my stuff there, never went back, and then got myself fit from the February to the end of the season. And then obviously went on holiday, had quite a few holidays booked with my missus and stuff like that. So went and done all that. And then was on the phone call with a few teams, and then Salford popped up. And it was like it's the same. It was just a different opportunity. It was just an opportunity to play in England again. Albeit, yeah, it was a League Two level, but League Two is still hard. League Two, League One, there's no much difference between the both of them. Anybody can come up and down. You've seen that with like Plymouth, who won League Two, won League One, straight to champ. You've seen it from Carlisle get promoted to League One. Now they're in National League within 2 years. Like there's that many. It can go up and down. So I had the opportunity to go there. The manager just came in from Man United under 23s, so he was a really ball playing manager who had a certain way of playing, and I loved it. Loved my time at Salford. I ended up getting a bad injury at the very start, one of the pre-season games, which absolutely killed me. That's the only way I could sum up my time at Salford. Is amazing memories, but just daft, stupid injuries.
Can I speak about Salford, mate, without talking about Gary Neville? Did you have any dealings with him?
Funny enough, the full 2 years I was there, I think I might have met him twice. He at that point he started taking a step back from Salford. I think previous years he had too much of an input, and I think that kind of hindered the club for what he said anyway. But when I got there, he took a step back. But Nicky Butt, Ryan Giggs, and Paul Scholes had more of a say in the club. So you would see maybe Paul Scholes every one or 2 weeks. You'd see like Ryan Giggs towards the end anyway. You'd see him every day, and then same with Nicky Butt, maybe every 2-3 days. So even seeing those guys was phenomenal. But Gary ended up going into the whole other side of stuff. He was doing his overlap stuff, the Sky Football stuff, and that. So you hardly really seen him. But those three that I said, you can have seen them all the time.
What kind of club is Salford? Are they passionate and all that? Is there quite a lot of fans there?
There's no that many. Their nickname's the Armies, right? So the Armies is for the amateurs. So obviously they've always been an amateur club until the class of 92 took over, and then same as then pumped money into it, and then got them up the leagues.